Hi there, Mythfits. I hope you're having a good day. If you've been watching my channel lately, you know I've done a series of videos that are kind of introduction to my different series and story worlds. And now I kind of want to start digging deeper into those story worlds. The first world I'm going to dig into is the Oh My God series. One of the most important things in Oh My Gods or in any fantasy or paranormal series is the magic at work and where it comes from and the rules for using it. In Oh My Gods, of course, the source of the magic is the gods themselves, specifically the Olympians. The magics are called the Dynamotheos Powers, which literally means powers of the gods. There are 12 primary powers, one from each Olympian, which does not include Demeter because she gave up her spot to Hades. Almost all descendants have all the powers to some extent, although some exceptions apply, but the power of their ancestor god or their most direct ancestor god will always be the strongest power. Let's talk about those powers. First up is Aerokinesis, which comes from the goddess Artemis. This is the ability to control and move air and wind. This can also result in the moving and or levitating of objects, self, or others. This is especially useful during the summer months to reduce air conditioning costs, which I could so use here in Las Vegas. Only very powerful hemotheos can use this power to effect noticeable changes in weather. Next is autoportation, which comes from Zeus. This is the ability to move oneself to a different location through non-physical means. Maximum distance travel depends on the strength and the skill of the powers. Autoportation to a previously unvisited place is prohibited due to the inherent risk of arriving in an undesirable, perilous, or public location. It's hard to explain that. Corporal promotion comes from Hermes. This is the ability to use the body to its fullest extent. This power may manifest as superior stamina, extraordinary healing ability, and athletic talent. Can, depending on the hemotheos heritage, result in superior physical grace, rhythm, and affinity for dance. Descendants of Hephaestus lack this power entirely. Corporal protection comes from Hestia. This is the ability to protect oneself from harm, whether seen or unseen. In some hemotheos, this may manifest as the ability to sense impending danger. Others may be capable of deflecting a direct physical threat. The effectiveness of this power is diminished by mental distraction, so you really can't use it unless you're focused. Hydrokinesis comes from Poseidon. This is the ability to control and move liquids. The density of the liquid affects the level of control. Water is the easiest liquid to manipulate because, with the exception of dramatically dry environments, like Las Vegas, for example, it's always present in the surrounding air, so you can always grab some water. Neofaction comes from Hephaestus. This is the ability to create an object out of nothing. Knowledge and understanding of the makeup of the desired object is necessary for an accurate manifestation. Attempts to create a new or unknown object may yield surprising and or dangerous results. Photon Morphosis is the power of Apollo. This is the ability to control light and fire. The most common expression consists of bringing light into an area of darkness, like a cave or a basement. It can also manifest as fireworks, flames, and in remarkably rare cases, fire breathing. Do not attempt fire breathing as it does irreparable damage to the esophagus. Psychodictation comes from Athena. This is the ability to communicate, whether in words, feelings, or other senses, telepathically with another hemotheos. Communication should not be attempted without prior training due to rare but serious risk of brain aneurysm. Psychospection comes from Hera. This is the ability to read the thoughts and emotions of others. Most hemotheos can only sense general feelings rather than specific tangible thoughts, but descendants of Hera herself have the greatest affinity for this power and can often hear another's thoughts as if they have been spoken out loud. Careful what you think around a Hera descendant. Telekinesis comes from Aries. This is the ability to move objects through non-physical means, mentally. This ability varies depending on the size and weight of the object and the distance that it's being moved. This may be combined with aerokinesis to magnify the strength of the ability. Generally, this is the first power to manifest in young hemotheos. Visio Krypton comes from Hades. This is the ability to hide, mask, or cloak an object. The duration of the effect and the size of the object affected varies depending on the strength of the power. The effect is temporary and does not affect the physical characteristics of the object themselves. Vizio Mutation, on the other hand, the power from Aphrodite, is the ability to change the appearance of an object. This results in a lasting but totally reversible physical alteration. Such alterations include changes of color, texture, and shape, but are limited to the visible qualities. So those are the 12 known powers, but you may have heard a rumor that there's a 13th one. This is the power of Chrono Portation. No one knows the source of it, but it is the ability to travel through time. This isn't an innate power that a Hematheos can just draw upon and can only be achieved through a series of actions and grants of the gods, and we don't know exactly how, or even if it does exist, or how you use it, if it does. But supposedly there's a 13th power. So there you have it. Those are the Dynamotheos powers that you learn about in Oh My Gods. If you want to learn more about these powers and their usage and how things can go wrong when they're being used in the Oh My God series, you can definitely check out the second book, Goddess Boot Camp, which goes into it a lot, and Nicole's novella, which is Goddess in Time. And if you go to the extras page on my website, you can download a printable version of these powers so you can study them offline. Until next time, Mythfits, stay magical.